folks? This is the Pop Music Freak. I am back with another Song Facts Countdown video. I am counting down my 1,000 favorite songs of all time, and we are up to number 796 on the list. It is the second hit record in USA and around the world for this superstar Swedish band from the 70s and early 80s. Of course, I'm talking about Abba. The second hit record, that big song, was S.O.S. And let me give you the song facts about it. Okay, the S.O.S. is a song by Swedish pop group Abba. It was released in June of 1975 as the fifth single from their self-titled 1975 album. It was released with Man in the Middle as the B-side. Agneta Folkskog, who sang lead, recorded the song in Swedish on her 1975 solo album, which I cannot pronounce because it's in Swedish. Forgive me for that. But S.O.S. was ABBA's first major worldwide hit since Waterloo. Now I'm going to give you some facts on the song. It was actually recorded a year before it became a hit in the U.S. and everywhere. It's recorded August 22nd and 23rd of 1974. And as I mentioned, it was released in June of 75. It was recorded at the Glen Studio, which I'm not sure where that is. I think that's Stockholm. All right. And it was released on 4 different labels around the world. In the US, it was on Atlantic Records. In the UK, it was on Epic Records. In Sweden, it was on Polar Records. And in Oceania, it was on Mushroom Warner Brothers Records. Songwriters, Bjorn Ulvaeus, Benny Andersson, and Stig Andersson. The producers, Bjorn Ulvaeus and Benny Andersson. All right. Let me give you some more details. S.O.S., the working title was Turn Me On when I first started writing it. It was written by Benny Andersson and Bjorn Ulvaeus and Stig Andersson. It was recorded at the Glen Studio in Langen, Sweden. Okay, we'll get that there. The title itself was coined by Stig, though the lyrics he provided were rewritten by Ulvaeus. S.O.S. was among the first of 3 songs recorded for the group's 1975 album ABBA, and the opening track of their Classics Greatest Hits LP released at the end of the same year. The song opens with a piano intro, followed by the first verse sung by Folkskog. Biographer Carl Magnus Palm described it as Agneta's first heartbreak classic, wherein the tear-filled vocal delivery, her trademark, would blend the pop melody and a dash of melancholy. The song features a heavy influence from the wall of sound instrumentation of Phil Spector and the melodies of the Beach Boys. Lyricist Ulvaeus has said that after 3 years of trying to figure out what style would define them, ABBA found its identity as a pop group with the release of S.O.S., while Palm described it as pure ABBA. During the band's first visit to the United States, ABBA performed S.O.S. on the long-running television programs American Bandstand and Saturday Night Live on November 15, 1975. The promotional video was directed by Lasse Hallström and released in the same year, along with the single, the video, and 3 others for I Do, I Do, I Do, I Do, I Do, Mamma Mia, and Bang a Boomerang. Were completed in 2 days for a total cost of about £5,500. The video was uploaded to YouTube on October 8th, 2009 on the Abba Vivo channel and has 65 million views as of last year. The song was also featured in the concert film Abba the Movie and live at Wembley Arena, released in 2014. So, in terms of chart success, S.O.S. marked a significant turnaround in ABBA's fortunes and returned them to the top 10 in many countries, reaching number 6 and number 4 in the UK and Ireland, respectively. It also reached number 1 in Australia, Belgium, France, West Germany, where it spent 7 weeks at number 1. New Zealand and South Africa, and was a top 3 hit in Austria, the Netherlands, Norway, and Italy. It was actually their biggest hit ever in Italy. Also Mexico and Rhodesia and Switzerland. The song became ABBA's second top 20 hit in the US, peaking at number 15. As of September 2021, it is ABBA's 19th biggest song in the UK, including both pure sales and digital streams. Chicago radio station WLS, which gave S.O.S. much airplay, ranked the song as their 61st biggest hit of 1975, and peaked at number 6 on their survey of November 22nd, 1975. Several prominent artists have remade S.O.S. including John Frusciante, Peter Cetera, Chris de Burgh, Cher, Portishead, Fozzy, and the Canadian rock group Headstones. Erasure covered S.O.S. and 3 other ABBA songs on their 1992 EP ABBA-esque, reaching number 1 on the UK singles chart. Ray Davies of the Kinks said that he was taken with the song after seeing the group perform it on the BBC television show Seaside Special. Pete Townsend said the song had a great sound. American singer-songwriter and former Czars frontman John Grant has called S.O.S. one of the greatest pieces of music ever made, adding that Agneta Folkskag's perfect lyrical interpretation and emotional delivery is a beautiful thing. British conductor and producer Charles Hazelwood called the song's supersonic transition from an acoustic D minor key to an electric rock motif absolute genius. And even the Sex Pistols bassist Glenn Matlock has claimed to have been inspired to write the main riff of Pretty Vacant after hearing S.O.S. on a jukebox. Wow. It had an influence. It had an impact, certainly. ABBA's performance of S.O.S. in American Bandstand has been included on a list of the most significant performances in the show's 31 seasons by several reviewers and critics. ABBA performed S.O.S. on episode 5 of Saturday Night Live in November 1975. SNL head writer Michael O'Donoghue staged a performance on the set of the deck of the Titanic and continued the sketch while the band were performing, according to band leader Paul Schaefer. They kept on singing like the pros that they are. To date, the song is the only Hot 100 single, or number 1 single in Australia, in which both the title and the credited act are palindromes. You had to throw that in, right? I just had to. Now, of course, on personnel, Agneta Folkskag did lead vocal, Anna Friedlandskag did backing vocals, Bjorn Valis on guitar, and Benny Anderson on keyboards and synthesizer. So we went over the chart line. Let's see, in USA, for 1975, it was number 140 for the year. In the UK, it was number 48 for the year. And for 1976, in Australia, it was number 16 for the year. In terms of certifications, it went platinum in Japan, selling 100,000 copies. It went silver in the UK, selling 200,000 copies. And sold 500,000 in France and Germany. They were the equivalent of double platinum in both of those countries. So there you go. Now, Agneta Folkskag also recorded the song in Swedish in 1975 at the same time. In some countries, it was the B-side of the English version. Now, Folkskag never really promoted it in person in Sweden, back home, but it still hit number 4 on the charts on the first week of January 1976 and spent 20 weeks on the chart there, which is a long time in Sweden. What else we got? Cher did the song 2018. Was it hit at all? No. Actually, wait. Scotland hit number 56. There you go. In the UK, it hit number 78. And I think that is about it. That's the facts I have for you. The song facts of S.O.S. by Abba. 1975 hit. It's song number 796 on my top 1,000 list. There'll be a few more ABBA songs. As a child of the 70s, how could you get away from ABBA? You got to put the Dancing Queen in here somewhere, don't I? And we'll see what else pops up. I think maybe The Winner Takes It All. It's a touching song, very touching song. And Agneta Folkskag did an amazing performance on that song. And we'll get to that one, though. Alright, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it to be informative. I will post a link to a video of their performing this song in the description on YouTube. Okay? So please like the video. Please share it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit that bell that'll notify you when the next video is released onto YouTube. Okay? So thank you folks so much. I wish you a blessed day and peace and love.